New York City. Oh my God. Baby, when I tell you that the Queen's Supreme Court is bringing the seat to your city. And honey, we're not just giving you one day. Girl, we giving you a whole weekend, baby. Me, Funky Dr. Ross, and the real Miss Sophia, baby. Child, we coming there for a 2-day extravaganza. Girl, get on Eventbrite right now. www.eventbrite.com and get your motherfucking tickets, bitch, for Easter weekend, bitch, with the Queen's Supreme Court. That's April 21st and April 22nd. Sunday, come have brunch with me and King David. And Monday, come on out and judge these cases at the live show, bitch. Listen, don't meet me there, bitch. Beat me there.
SayItInACard.com is an online greeting card company that delivers right to your front door. Visit our website, www.SayItInACard.com. You can read the cards, order the cards, and we ship them directly to you. If you feel it, we say it in a card. We have breakup cards, troubled relationship cards, troubled friendship cards, and of course, all of the traditional cards as well, from birthday to Mother's Day. So again, visit us at www.SayItInACard.com. Free shipping for a limited time. So yeah, we're going to talk about your criminal activity and your criminal behavior.
Oh, we're going to start that first.
Yeah, we got to start the podcast right out the gate. This is very personal work for me.
Politics.
I believe I was called to tell my story, use my voice, be a voice for the community, to speak to and for a community of people that's been ignored, denied, overlooked.
Religion.
This is my life's work.
Religion.
I want to use words to uplift, heal, inspire, encourage.
Do something different. Every Monday at 10.
Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig, the writer Stewart, and this is So Much to Say. These are my thoughts and my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit. I'm pointing at Mark and everything in between. Today we're talking to my friend Mark. He has a cleaning business. Tell him the name of your cleaning business.
I'm a clean-up woman. It's called Rich's Luxury Cleaning Service, y'all.
Say it again for the people in the back in the GED section.
Rich's Luxury Cleaning Service.
And they can find you on Instagram under that.
You can find me on Instagram under Rich's Lux Cleaning. You can find me on Google under Rich's Luxury Cleaning Service. You can also find us on Facebook under Rich's Luxury Cleaning Service. LinkedIn. We're not on YouTube yet, but next week we will be. So, yeah, just about all of your platforms under Rich's Luxury Cleaning Service.
So you're originally from Philadelphia?
I am originally from Detroit. That's where I was born.
Oh, you're from Detroit?
Yes, originally.
I've never been to the Motor City.
Yes. I was originally on board.
So why you always be claiming Philly?
I'm here by way of Philly. Philly, Delaware, all up in there. That's where I'm here by way of. So when somebody asks you where you're from, you're supposed to say Detroit. I can't, because if you ask me a lot of questions about Detroit, I'm gonna get choked up. I left early.
That has nothing to do with where you're from.
I was born in Detroit. I left at the age of 3. I'm from Philly.
So then that's what you should say.
Yes,
moving forward.
That's too much.
Communication is our partner. Clarity is our friend.
When the boys say where you from, Philly, that's too much.
You just want the kids to think that you from up top. Because you know we got a different kind of flavor from up top. I'm from Maryland. So that's a part of the tri-state. D.C., Philly, Maryland, Virginia, you know. So you started your cleaning business because you were, from my vantage point, so you can correct me, but from my vantage point, you had moved here. You told me that you had moved here with just $20 to your name. That's 80 quarters.
Yeah, I had $20. I moved here with a friend. I packed up everything. I had a fairly good job in Philly. I was working at a home health care place, babysitting, and I just
like older people.
Yeah. Mentally challenged, and I loved the job, but I got complacent and I got bored. So I said, okay, I let a friend of mine talk me into moving to Atlanta. Moved here, packed up everything in a U-Haul. I did not have a job when I moved here. I could not find a job. I had difficulty because my criminal history is here in Georgia. I couldn't find a good
so you
job.
Came down here and was set working.
It was.
That's where your criminal activity happened down here. You was set working in Georgia.
What's that? What's that working?
Your criminal stuff.
The set.
You were working the set in Georgia?
Back in the day, yeah. Back in the day, yeah.
Okay. So basically, you couldn't pass like a criminal background.
No, couldn't
test.
No, not at all. Yeah, I would get the interview, and then when they came to the criminal history, you got to be honest because they're gonna find out.
They're gonna find you.
And they was like, no. I'm sorry, we can't. We would like to, but we can't. So I kept running into that issue, and I said, okay, I need to figure out a way where I can become financially free and feed myself. I'm tired of having to beg Negroes for money, having to borrow, having to wait, and having to go without. So I said I have to think of a way and use what I know, and most of my experience came from working at hotels and stuff like that.
So you were in the hospitality,
yes, yes. So I took everything that I learned from cleaning. I was a housekeeper, I was a housekeeping manager, I was a houseman, everything but engineering in the hotel.
So how come your criminal background didn't catch up with you in Philly?
Well, because we way up there in Philly. They ain't Philly. That the judicial system is different.
Wait a minute, but background checks are national.
Yeah, but the jobs I had didn't do national background checks. They didn't do national background checks.
So you got down here in Georgia was like, no, we're not having
every single job. They had me. I applied to Publix, y'all. Publix didn't even want me.
That's the grocery store for those of you that don't know. Publix in your area.
The bougie one, but they wouldn't even hire me. And
so when you moved down here, you were staying with one of your friends. You were way out in Conyers. I met Mark because you guys know that I'm the showrunner for the Queens Supreme Court with T.S. Madison.
Yes.
And Mark used to come over with the guy who does her hair. Amir. I couldn't think of it. Sorry. I wasn't trying to be funny. But he used to come over with Amir, your Mark. Used to come over with Amir, and you were staying with Amir. Am I not supposed to say this? Why are we talking?
I mean, you can say what you like to say. I'm just listening. I was staying with a friend, you guys, and go ahead.
He was staying with Amir. And Amir does Madison's hair, and you all started to have like friction.
It was a lot of friction. As you guys know,
you were staying at his house.
Yes, and it was just a lot of friction. The boys, the success, all kind of issues. It just we've been on each other for over 13 years and never really had any big issues. But when a person is used to you operating in a certain way and then things start to change, so
let's really color it for the people. So you didn't have a car. You were living in.
I was living in his house. I did not have a car. I did not have a job.
And you were in Conyers, which is rural.
Yes. I was out in the middle of nowhere.
And so every time you needed to get to a job interview,
I needed him to do it.
You needed him to do it.
That's right.
And again, you were staying in his place, and so he kind of had this attitude like,
I'm gonna treat you the way I want to because you live in my shit. So, money was never an issue because I still provided coins. I still got coins. My cash out was always available. But
I'm sending you money through the cash app.
People, it's real. You want me to go there?
You please.
Okay, so
this is called So Much to Say.
Okay,
not so much you want to give us.
Okay, so much to say. So I was accepting donations. For
services,
photos and videos. Nothing live in person.
Okay, lean into the mic. What kind of photos and videos?
Nude photos and videos. Yes, I did. I had to do what I had to do. That's all I had was this body and this face. Shit, wouldn't nobody hire me. So, that became humiliating and disgusting to me because I was like, listen, it's only gonna go so far. I gotta figure out something. So that's when I put together Riches. Like I said, I had $20 that I borrowed that from a nigga.
And you had come down here in a U-Haul, you brought all your stuff down here, you fell out with your friend. And then you ended up going back home. I want to take them step by step. So
yes,
you ended
I
up
did.
Going back home.
I forgot about that. I went back home.
See, that's why I'm here to help you.
Yeah, I went. How you know I went back? Yes, I went back home, y'all.
Mark, we used to talk on the phone.
We did. I used to tell you all of my business. I went back home, y'all. I was like, fuck this. Listen, I'm out. I'm not doing it. I don't have to tolerate it. Before I came here, I was living fairly good. I was cool. You know what I mean? So I went back and got a job like that at the Marriott.
You went back home to Philly.
One of the biggest hotels in downtown Philly.
But you didn't like it because you were living back home with your family.
I didn't like it because I was back in a place where I had left from, and I'm like, okay, it's the same. Now I got another good job. I'm back. This is not what I want. This is not what I want. So we ended up making up, and he was like, I miss you.
You and your best friend.
Yeah, me and my best friend. We ended up making up. He was like, I miss you. I said a lot of things that I should not have said, and we apologized. I set up for the okie doke. Got back, y'all. Packed up everything. Came back to Atlanta.
This time you came on a plane.
This time I flew. I had a couple coins this time.
Because he just worked a little bit over at the Marriott in Philly.
Along with a few sets. And so, I was able to buy me a flight, and I got back. And things were cool at first. I still was job hunting. I actually
And this time he had agreed to take you to your interview.
Yes, yes. He was like, I got you. Whoop, 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 whoop. Shit still never happened. The lifestyle got caught up with us. All you want to do is go out to the club. I'm like, listen, that's not what I'm here for. I'm not into that. I'm tired of that. We've been doing that. Then the boys got involved.
What do you mean the boys got
relationships, and y'all know how it is. Y'all got a roommate and y'all get in a relationship and you in love and all that. You don't want no Negro in the way.
So he got into I need you to color it for the people.
Okay, so he got into a relationship,
and then now you're in the way. So to speak,
exactly, I'm in the way. I'm in the way, and you ain't agreeing with the relationship and you ain't down with it, and you in the way, and I want to live the American dream. I got my dog, I got my cute house, my car, my good, occupation.
Aretha Franklin said, I don't need no man, nobody hanging around me and my man.
Right, but I mean, you can't be mad if your man want to hang around me.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Listen, it is, but I played my part and I stayed out the way, but it was time to leave. It was time to go. In the midst of all of that, I started ordering business cards with that little $20 that I had left. I waited for my business cards to come, and I just went for what I knew. I always have had a hustle mentality. I started calling people like, hey, this is Marcus from Rich's Luxury Cleaning Service. We service half.
So wait. So you had this idea to start a cleaning business because I had your background, your criminal background, and so you had this spot on your record, so to speak.
No, several spots.
Oh.
3 years.
Let's do a nasty left turn. Okay. Tell us about them spots on your record. Okay. Because as you alluded before we got started, I've had my share of dibbles and dabbles, but see, I never got caught. Amen. So I write about it in my first book, Words Never Spoken. I had counterfeit money.
See, I never got to the. I wish I knew you back then, Craig.
I got to the counterfeit money.
See, you went to college.
Correct.
You went to college, so you
and that's when I had it.
See,
I was in college. I had counterfeit money. I was writing checks, but I was writing my own checks. I didn't go and steal nobody else's checks.
Identity,
not to say that it was
stuff like that.
Right. I didn't steal nobody's identity. I took my own checks. I had a bank account. And look, don't go doing this. I'm just explaining to you how I did it.
Yeah, and don't be hitting him up asking him how to do it.
When you got check systems now, you can't really write a check.
Come on, Craig, teach them.
Because when you run it, when the store runs it through there now, they know if it's money in the account. Now, well, see, back then the system wasn't as sophisticated. So I had an account with a bank that I was no longer banking with.
I remember that.
Yeah, I had closed that account, and I took those old checks that I had, and I went on a shopping spree.
I remember that.
And I was shopping and spending money and shit, and I would write the checks with my left hand so that if they brought in a handwriting expert,
come on, Craig.
So anyway,
see, I wasn't that smooth. I wasn't that swift.
And then the other thing that I would do too is, I was in college, and so in college, that's when all of the credit card companies, they seducing you and they trying to give you credit cards.
And you called the people and told them about them. I'm on a big campus.
Yes, and I would say I never received the credit card. I never got it. And I would have.
I rewind back and played it over. I had to listen to that shit 3 times.
Listen, I was serious.
Yeah.
You got caught up doing what?
Craig, I was doing petty shit at a large cost though. We was going to Macy's. I was a professional shoplifter in the city of Savannah.
So you were boosting.
I was tearing the stores down. Like, it was bad. It became a habit.
You and I could have done business back in the day.
Oh, it was bad.
Because I used to keep me a good booster.
I would walk in the Macy's in the dressing room.
You were mopping. They call it mopping, y'all. They call it mopping.
I had 2 black trash bags like this out the side door, gone.
So, just for the sake of saying, how did you get the stuff out of the store?
I had a beeper. I had a sensor remover.
So you would put the stuff in the trash bag and walk out with the trash bags? Nobody saw you with the trash bags?
Yes, because the aisles were high and I was a little cat. So all you could see was about my neck above. You didn't see what was below me, and I would walk through the aisles and they would look at me thinking I'm just walking through, and by the time I got to the door, I was gone. You didn't see what was down here in my hand. 2 big trash bags full of all the stuff. The whole men's section. Yes, it was bad.
And so then what, you would sell the stuff?
Yeah, I would resell the stuff. I would clothe myself with the stuff.
So what were your prices like? 50% off?
Yeah, 50%, which it ain't even worth the crime. Now that I think back, that shit ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. But I would come up here. I would tell Lennox up. Yeah.
So you were coming...
Oh my God! I would tell Lennox.
So you would come from Philadelphia?
No, I was in Savannah. I was living in Georgia then.
Oh, you were living in Savannah?
Yes, I was in Savannah.
And you'd come up to
to Atlanta,
which is still a 4-hour drive.
Yes, but it was worth it. I would make a nice little, some nice change, but it was draining. And like I said, 2 bags out of each store.
I used to date a booster, but I didn't write about him in the book. But I used to date a booster. He used to go and make up IDs, and he would make up fake checks, and he would, his stores were like Bed Bath and Beyond. Them stores where you could buy stuff and then return it without a receipt.
I would do that too, yeah. So, I would do major returns. We would do push-outs. We'd fill a buggy up and push it right out. The workers would be... I was ignorant with it, though. Hey, fuck you. We out. Push it out, fill it up, drive off. We out.
So tell me about the day you got caught. What happened?
So the day I got caught, I was with a group of friends, and I actually had a sensor.
How long had you been doing it at that point?
Oh, God, years.
Okay,
years,
so this is the first time you got caught.
Oh, wow. Since I was, about 17, all the way up until 20-something.
So you got caught in like 20-something?
Yes, I was 20-something. And I had...
1 second. Your boyfriend that went straight through that cocktail.
That's all right. You want some of this?
And I made his stronger than yours.
You need it, not me.
I don't need it. So I got caught with a sensor remover. I had a girlfriend that worked at Walmart, and this was the time when they were switching everything over. And you remember the gun that you could remove? I had that.
You had the gun to remove the sensors.
I had that. I also was selling coke.
Now, hold on. You're taking me too fast. How did you get one of the guns to remove the sensors?
I had a girlfriend that worked at Walmart.
And
she was like, give me some stuff. I got you this. And they were switching the guns out.
So he had an accomplice.
From the way, you remember, they took it from the guns to remove them to the table.
So wait, another thing. So you had a girlfriend at that time?
Not my a girlfriend, girl. My home girl.
A female friend.
Yeah, a friend girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Communication is our partner. Clarity is our friend. Go ahead.
So yeah.
So she got you the gun to remove.
She got me the gun, and it went down. I was hitting up all the stores.
And so what happened? You were in the store one day?
Yeah, I was in the store, with some friends, and I was in there too long and trying to be greedy, and then got carried away. And
what store was this?
This was Burlington. Yes, this was Burlington. Burlington had. This was back in 2008, 2009. They had all the good name brand jeans and stuff like that.
Go ahead.
And I would go wherever I could get what I needed to get my coin. And I also was selling ecstasy pills. They had the double stack ecstasy pills and the cocaine, because the girls like their cocaine and the pills back then. That was big in Atlanta, the ecstasy pills. I had all of that.
See, I never did any of those things.
I never did the ecstasy pills, but I was always afraid to do the ecstasy pills, but I forgot that I had them in my bag when the police came. So me and an old friend of mine are at the door of Burlington, and here it is. It's like 3 police cars out front of the door, headlights faced to the door as if we committed a murder.
So they knew you were in there?
Yes, the people called the police on us.
Please, out of the refrigerator. Go ahead.
So we get to the door, and all I could look at him and tell him to do was run. So we flying. I'm telling y'all, we flew in between the police cars. They are going racing all over the parking lot trying to get us. I runs out of breath. Finally had a little bit of energy to throw my bag, but I couldn't throw it far enough. That had some of the clothes in it along with the drugs. Get caught. They bring us back to Burlington, and they check my stuff. I remember it like it was
yesterday. Caught you and a couple friends?
Yes, they caught me and one other friend. And I remember it like it was yesterday. The officer, I forgot that I was like, oh, I'm about to get away. This under $500. This is something light.
Under $500?
Under $500 worth of stuff. I'll be all right. I get up on.
Now, how much drugs was it?
I didn't get a bond. Yeah, this one was what sent me to prison.
Molly, you in danger, girl.
Yeah. They was like, oh, some Skittles. So they tested it to make sure it was all real. Everything came back real. The coke, the ecstasy pills. They sent me off. I didn't get a bond. He did. Everybody else that was involved that did get arrested got a bond. I went to court, and the DA was just like, he's a well-known shoplifter in the city of...
Who said that?
The DA. And I'm just like,
so they had pictures and video of you.
Yes, they've been building a case from Macy's, all the other stores. They have been building a case, and they already had my previous criminal history where I had like little small bonds and stuff like that. And I had became a repeat offender. I used my first offenders. I fucked up all the probation I had been on, and so they got fed up and they decided to teach me a lesson. Now it started out with 1 year they offered me prison, and I was just like, hold on, my dad did prison time for a murder. My brother is still in prison for a murder, life. So prison, for me, when I hear prison, I'm like, oh shit, it's real. I'm like, prison for stealing some shit? So I was like, I bugged. They came back with 2 years. So I'm like, oh my God. So I asked my attorney, what's the maximum time for my charge? Have to serve. Yes, he said 5 years. So I said, fuck. I said, this prison, 2 years is like fucking 5 to me. So
how much time did they give?
3 years. They got the
You spent 3 years in jail.
I did 3 years. I did about 8 months of the 3 years in the county waiting to be shipped off. This was around the time where the prisons were flooded. So they were sending you anywhere. I ended up getting sent now for a felony shoplifting, a little bit of coke, a little bit of pills, to Smith State Prison. Yes, Smith State Prison.
Where is that?
Oh God, I forget what.
That's in Pennsylvania?
No, that's down here somewhere.
Down here.
That's somewhere. After I did all this, I tried to forget everything I could about it, Craig. I went to Smith State Prison.
So wait. You spent 8 months in the county waiting to go to a prison. Right.
Well, going to court,
processing and all
pushed
that.
on and all. Yeah.
And then you spent how much time in prison?
3. Well, that minus the 3 years. 3 years right. Minus that, and man,
it's about 2 years and 4 months. So did you cry? Like what?
Did I cry? Hell yeah. Well, I cried that night that I was arrested when I didn't get a bond because I knew what it meant. I knew I'm going to do some time. I didn't know I was going to prison. I just knew I didn't get a bond tonight. I'm about to be sitting in this county jail, and I might have to I'm thinking 12 months. I'll be.
Bitch, 12 months is too long.
Listen, county time, that's 6 months.
12 nights.
If they give you a year time served credit for time served, that's 6 months. 2 for 1.
Right, because you had already spent 8 months.
Right. So I would have been gone. No, this was the first night that I got arrested, and they didn't give me a bond. They sent me to the back. I said, okay, at the most, I will be here 6 months. If they give me a year.
So you obviously. So what was it like showering?
Man, listen.
Sleeping.
I never was one of the boys.
Did you ever get into like fights or anything?
I almost got raped twice. I almost got raped at my actual facility, at my permanent camp, and in diagnostics.
By like some older guys or somebody your age, like what?
One of the guys was older at my at the permanent camp, but the other guy was fairly young. It ain't all older dudes raping guys, right? And it ain't all gay guys that's getting raped.
Right.
So, because I witnessed a straight guy get raped in there.
So what prevented you from getting raped?
Well, the first time I was in diagnostics, and the guy lured me in. I was singing. That's how I passed my time. I was singing. I was hustling. I was washing clothes. I was cooking, all that, because I was what they consider still of the free world. They consider this the free world.
You hadn't been institutionalized.
Right. So the boys would connect with me because it was a sense of, okay, he has somewhat of this feminine aura, which gives me the sense of a woman. But then he fresh off the street too. His mindset is not institutionalized. So that's what really latched them on to me, and I utilized that.
So why do you say you almost got raped? What?
Well, I almost got, okay. So the guy, we was in the child hall, and the guy was telling me
about in the what?
In the child hall. That's what they call
the cafeteria.
The cafeteria.
The chow.
They call it the chow hall.
Okay.
So
you gotta help us, cause
I'm sorry.
I don't know about your people. You said your people aren't real.
Yeah, but my mom is on here.
My people are thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. So I like to think that my people have not been in jail. But go ahead.
Yeah. Well, my mom never heard this. My mom never heard this story. That was my dad's wife. My mom never heard this story. But yeah. So he lured me into like the little sanctuary. Now I'm going in here and I'm fascinated because this is the first time since I've been locked up that I've seen anything that looked like something on the street. Mm-hmm. This place looked like a real church. So we get in there and everybody's quiet. They up front, but the church is on video. So I sit in the back and the guy was just, he started grabbing my leg. We sit in the back, and I'm like, okay, this is cool, listen to this. And the guy starts, rubbing on my leg, and I'm very uncomfortable. For one, he wasn't attractive. For two, it's uncomfortable. I'm in the church. Now, I ain't never do what she said. I am so enjoying this.
Which one? That's
my mom. Yeah, I'm so.
Hey, mom. Go ahead.
So he started rubbing on my leg. So I'm like, nudging him off. And then he started getting more aggressive. And we were wearing jumpsuits. No drawers. I had just got there. So I ain't have on no drawers. I didn't have those things when I got there. Because when you leave the county and go to state prison, you got to leave all that stuff. So you give it away. If anybody on here that ever did time, they know what I'm talking about. You give your radios, your food, all that stuff away. And you go to the new location and start off fresh. So I didn't have no drawers on. little tight little booty, young. I would look younger, no facial hair because they shave everything bald. So he started getting real aggressive and pulling on me in the sanctuary in the bag. So I'm like, stop digging in me, everything, Craig, to the point where I had to yell, stop. And it caught the people in the front's attention, and I jumped up and I left. Went back to my cell, and I was just like, oh my God, shit is real. Like, shit's real. You got niggas in here that got shanked.
And how long were you in prison at that point?
A week. I was only there for a week. Yes, I was only there for a week. And I was just like, oh my God, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do in here. I'm by myself. I only weigh 140. These niggas big. They like, oh my God, I'm like the smallest nigga in here. Mm-hmm. That was the first experience. A lot of guys, I started learning the ropes there. I really, that's when I tapped into my hustle mentality.
So did you ever get into any physical altercations?
Oh yes, I did. The physical altercation I got into it with, though, was somebody that I was actually dating. Yeah.
He in jail dating.
I had somebody in. I had to get somebody in the county. And when I went to state, I had to get somebody. Yes, I had to. They call them war daddies. And if you ain't got nobody, they respect that shit in there. If you don't have nobody, you're not in a relationship, you up for the taking. And you gonna date somebody. So, yeah, I had to, have somebody that would, rock out and make the time easier.
So, of course, now listen, the reason that we're going into all of this background is because he's an entrepreneur. He started his own business. And the point of me talking about this is because I've had a conversation. Well, my brother, those of you who know, I wrote about this in my first book. My brother spent 23 years in jail, and he had a lot of difficulty finding work. And so entrepreneurship is sometimes the only way that an ex-offender can find work. Yeah. So we're coloring the story behind it. So that's why we're talking about this now, because I see some of your comments. Yeah. But so you had this boyfriend. There are no condoms in prison.
No, but it was saran wrap. Oh, yes. I played no game.
Now, you had told me this before.
Oh, yes.
You use saran wrap to have sex?
Yes, saran wrap. Oh, my God, Mom, you got to get off here. Yes,
that
saran wrap.
Or sounds painful.
And it was, but when you in a desperate, depressed state of mind, the things that's painful sometimes feel good.
Now, I'm going to tell you, like I said the day you told me this, one day we were on FaceTime a while ago. So you want me to believe that every single time the two of you had sex, you use saran wrap.
Yeah, I'm currently HIV negative today.
Now, what did you all use? Well, that doesn't mean he was positive.
Listen, but it's rough in now. It's rough.
So is he still in jail?
Which one?
The one we're talking about. How many boyfriends did you have?
No, I don't know. The first one, he might be back in there. The county one, he might be back in there. But my state friend, he is out. He keeps in touch with me and checks up on me and stuff like that.
Okay, so now, what did you use for lubrication with this saran wrap?
We had lotion, we had Vaseline, and we had stuff. Yeah, it's stuff in there. Yeah.
Now let me just help. Let me just help the people listening. First of all, you shouldn't be using Vaseline.
Yeah, Craig, that's all we had, Craig.
Right, but Vaseline, not Vaseline, but Vaseline will actually break down the plastic or a condom, the latex.
Not 3 wraps of saran wrap, Craig.
Child, I know your booty roll was just on fire. I'm sorry, Mama. You're not supposed to hear this part, but
no. But we got to keep it real for the people.
His booty was on fire.
We got to keep it real for the people because it was real. It was that real, yeah. So then when I went to my permanent camp,
dear God,
they sent me to a level 5 camp, Craig. Now
how long was at that point? So
I was in diagnostics. I did diagnostics in like 2.5 weeks. They take you, they shave your hair bald, they check your IQ, they check your medical records. This is where they figure out where they want to put you, where they want to place you, and what you will need in there as far as medications and all of those things.
Tell somebody in the comments that your walls are just scratched up.
Listen.
But go ahead. Walls and insides are just
yes.
How old are you, Mark? They're asking how old you are.
I'm 29. I'm 29. Yes, I'm 29 years old. So
they moved you?
Yeah, they moved me to Smith State Prison, and I want y'all after y'all leave here to go on YouTube and look up Smith State Prison because there's some videos of what really goes on there. That camp, they call it gangland. It's predominantly Bloods, which were some of my best friends.
Gang members.
And yeah, the gang members were my best friends, Bloods, GDs, and the Mexican Mafia. It's predominantly where they put all of those guys at together.
Okay.
This is a level 5 camp, and what that means is most of them were murderers, rapists, child molesters, and stuff like that. So this was not where I was supposed to be at for a felony shoplifting, some coke and some pills.
Well, that kind of speaks to the broken criminal justice system too.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And so, but I did what I had to do to survive. I mean, listen, the Bloods took care of me. My first roommate there was a Blood. You know, he put me on to how to operate in there and how to be an asset to those people. Being that I was from the free world, I would do their documents. I would rewrite all of their courts documents. Some of them could not read. I would order their store lists for them. I would cook for them. I had the white guy that did all my tattoos.
You had a tattoo done in the jail?
All of these were done in the
They got
prison.
needles in jail to do tattoos?
All of these were done in prison.
Now, hold up. Now, you mean to tell me you in there using saran wrap to have sex, but you trusted the needles in the prison
needles
to get
were
tattoos?
The needles were handmade. They were taken out of the spring, out of the locks that they give you. They bust that open and they stretch the spring out.
That sounds like all kinds of infections.
No. We have fire and all kind of stuff in there to sanitize. But yeah, and my ink was made out of smut. It was smut. Yes, it was smut. So,
what is smut?
Smut
like
is
ashes or something.
Yeah, you know how your candle got that black
right?
That's the smut. Mm-hmm. We would take a fire bong, and we would take the tissue and roll the tissue around our hand, and we would tuck the top in, and we would tuck the bottom in, and we would light a flame under that. We would put that under our locker box and let that burn the top of the metal, and it would be smut. We would scrape that off, put it in a paper, fold it up, and we would put it in our boots and walk around with it to compress it and take all of the oil out of it. We would then take that.
You know, I always say that people there in jail are some of the most creative and innovative people. It's like if they just use that ingenuity when they were out of jail.
Yes. So that's how I passed my time, getting my tattoos done, working for the boys, the Bloods and stuff, bringing stuff back and forth. You know, because I was a short timer, so I had classes I had to do to get out. I would bring the weed and the dope and the cell phones back to the camp for them. And
see, that's another thing that a lot of people don't realize too, that drugs and things are contraband transmitted within the prisons,
and it is so expensive in there. A pack of cigarettes was $100 in there, and that was back in 2009-10,
right?
In that time. And
I
that's
did a
how
podcast with my brother and another guy. They both had spent 21 or 23 years in jail, and they talked about a lot of that stuff. One of which talked about how when they have relationships with women on the outside, they often don't even write those letters. So say for instance,
it was me.
Right. They have somebody else write the letter because their penmanship is better and because it's a way for them to disconnect and not get connected emotionally to the person that's on the outside. So
yeah, but they was
if you're involved with somebody in prison, chances are they're not writing those letters.
They was emotionally connected to the ones that was in prison with them, though.
Correct. And that's what they said.
Because my friend baby mama would come right there and I would watch him and her in visitation, and when he come back, I'm like, how much money she put on the books, and when you want me to write the store list?
Your boyfriend?
Yes, it's real in there. It's real.
So she was taking care of you and him.
Damn right. You damn right. And I wrote the store list, and we ate good, and I cooked it, and it's that real.
Okay, so fast forward, you're now out of prison.
I'm now out of prison. I came home, and moved back in with my mom, and
I was just watching us on your Instagram Live. Yes.
I had to adapt to the real world because I didn't know how institutionalized I actually had become being away
after
from the
3
world.
years.
Yeah, a lot of things had happened in the world since I had gone away. Like the way you apply for a job, you didn't go in and fill out a paper application.
You had to go online.
Yes, you had to go online, and I'm like, this is something new to me. So I'm like, damn, I had issues with that. I didn't have any personal friends when I went away. Nobody knew I went away. I didn't have numbers, and I never had a lot of friends anyway.
And stuff.
So yeah, so those were my friends in there. I kept in touch with my mom, my dad, and my church family back home. That was it. So when I came
did you
home,
ever go back to jail?
After that?
Yeah.
No. I think after that it was something petty. It wasn't nothing like what I had went before. Yeah, it was probably a traffic ticket or something. Okay. Speed and stuff, small stuff like that. Nothing nearly what I went for the first time. And I had made a promise to myself I wasn't going back. I wasn't.
But you found yourself struggling to try to find a job.
Yes. Listen. Did I steal again after I came home? Yeah. Yeah, because the way the system is set up, they don't set you up for success when you come home. I didn't have any type of help, any type of benefits.
So did you ever think about maybe trying to start some sort of a program for ex-offenders? Because that's one of the things that I spoke to my brother about. He was in jail for 23 years. I'd go into that story in great detail in my first book. But
water
he are there more waters in the refrigerator? Look in the Excuse me for those of you that are listening. Listen, we're thirsty in here.
Listen, we going in
Are there
deep.
anyone in the refrigerator?
Anything is fine.
There's no water in there?
That's juice is fine.
Look in the we ain't got much without chasers. Look over in that closet right there. We have to the left. We have a box in that closet right there. Not by the front door. There's a closet by the front door.
But yeah,
and
man.
there's a box over there with some bottled waters in there. You see them?
Yup.
Okay. So I spoke to my brother about starting a program where he went because I'm sure there's a grant somewhere.
Oh yes,
where you can get funded. Yeah, please. Where you can probably get funding to speak to ex-offenders or people. You know what I'm saying? Where there's a way he could.
we had
create
people come
a
in there. They
living.
weren't worth shit because all they want is the money. That's what they there for. It's no people coming in genuinely that had an actual experience. You see what I'm saying? That could come and talk to them boys like they need to be talked.
Exactly. To be able to speak to young guys in high schools, middle schools.
We had Baptist preachers that had a congregation of about 10 people coming in there talking to us about bullshit.
And even speak to those who are recently released. I'm sure there's a market for that.
To guide them and help
be able
them.
to guide them and then to be able to create a living, to make a living for themselves.
Yeah.
So you came out, had difficulty finding a
job. Yeah, I came home on my little sister's birthday. It was March the 10th, 2013 was when I came home, and it wasn't peaches and cream. It was very, very rough. I ended up getting in a relationship because I was lonely. You come home broken.
Were you depressed?
I was very depressed, very broken, OCD like a motherfucker. Throwing away my mom's stuff, moving around her furniture. I was batshit crazy coming home, and I didn't realize it, And I had trouble with relationships because I've always been pretty open. So I'm like, I just came home. They act like I'm a.
You didn't came to the first day with all your baggage.
Yes, they act like I'm a 6'4" black 250-pound Negro, and they would flee. I had issues.
I'd have left too.
Yes, they was like, well, what you do? They didn't want nothing to do with me. So I had issues in my relationship. I had issues in my financial life. It was just all jacked up.
So you finally got a job.
I finally got a job, and I wasn't with it. It wasn't working. And then I did American Idol. That's what, yeah.
You went on American Idol and sang a little song? Can you give us a little vocal?
Craig.
Okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. He's not in good voice tonight, y'all.
It's not there tonight. But
okay.
I did American Idol. A good friend of mine, I love him dearly, George Lovett. If you guys are in music, you know George Lovett. A vocal beast, George Lovett. But he's a part of the singers movement. You'll know him. And George was like, you need to come and do American Idol with me. Listen, it's gonna work. We can get through. I'm like, George, you are crazy as hell. I'm not doing no American Idol.
So you went and did American Idol?
I went and did American Idol, and I made it to Hollywood. I went through.
Okay, let's do a nice little pause right here. Listen. I don't usually share my Fiji water, and so they are commenting over here on my Facebook Live. He giving out.
Yes,
I don't usually share my water. Listen. This is the expensive water. I usually send them over to the faucet and get some of that City Punch.
My throat already dry, Craig. You got me telling all my business. My throat dry as hell.
Okay, so you made it to Hollywood, and what happened?
I made it to Hollywood. So I was a new nigga then.
What did you sing in your audition?
All of Me by John Legend. They made me sing.
So we can't get a little bit of the hood. Listen, if you're not gonna be in good voice, don't do it, okay? Because this is gonna live in infamy.
Okay, that's that's fine. What would I do without your smart mouth? Drawing me in and you kicking me out. Got my head spinning. No kidding, I can't pin you down.
All right. So you went there. They were talking about, let's hear a little note or two. Yes. Okay, so you went there. So you went to Hollywood.
Made it to Hollywood.
So can I find your audition on YouTube?
You should. Yeah, you just look under my name, Marcus LeBon.
Marcus LeBon. I'm gonna look you up. Go ahead.
Went there. And of course
we need to make sure he really was on there. I'm just playing. Go ahead.
So of course, in order for you to do any reality TV show, you can't have any current legal ties.
Right, because they got rid of Frenchie when they found out that she had done some porn or something, right?
Yeah.
Some pornography.
So I had 2 years probation. Still came home. No, a year probation. I came home with, and
so they done brought you all the way to Hollywood, and then they sent you
all the way to Hollywood. So they gave me a letter to take to the court, to the judge, to expunge everything. They took me off probation and everything.
And what happened?
So the paperwork didn't make it in time, so I could not continue the competition.
Oh.
Yeah, the judge and the attorneys didn't get the paperwork back to their attorney. And I was up here in Atlanta, in Lenox Mall, with another fellow contestant, Nico Starr of American Idol, and I think we was in Sunglass Hut when the attorney called me and said, I do apologize, but you can't continue with the competition because we didn't receive the paperwork in time. Bam. That opened up a lot of opportunities for me. It did. It gave me a lot of opportunities.
So why did you never think to just pursue your music? Well, when you and I met, like, we used to talk about that.
I did, Craig. I did. I moved my dad and my family up there, and my brother. They
moved them where?
To move up to Delaware. I was in Delaware, and I was performing all over Philly, just based off of me freshly coming off of American Idol. I opened up for Jasmine Sullivan, 112, Tiana Taylor.
So what happened?
All of them. It wasn't making no money, Craig. That shit ain't making no money.
Now, let me pause right here. See, this is where
they wasn't making no money.
I have to impart a little insight. Now, you mean to tell me y'all in jail figuring out how to do tattoos, but you couldn't figure out how to sell a single for 99 cents?
It was me. It was just me. And they was blade running me. They was having me sing down at all the shows, all the concerts, opening up for everybody. And shit costs. Your haircut costs, your wardrobe costs, gas costs, food costs. And I would spend the band costs. The live musical band costs. Just looked him up.
They didn't look you up on YouTube. They didn't look them up on YouTube.
All of those things, it costs to be a starving artist, what they call.
Trust me, I know. I done put 3 books out, and that's why I appreciate all of you that support my books. Yeah. Those of you that are supporting my books and not just letting me talk, I appreciate you supporting my books, because I understand that as an independent artist, I did all of that on my own.
Right. And
all of the printing costs, I have to do that on my own. So I understand. But I'm just thinking, you're a millennial.
Right. But I wasn't.
And so, you have so many outlets to be able to
I just tapped into all this stuff within the last 2 years. I woke up.
And you can still put songs out. Like,
I will eventually.
You got about 15, 20,000
I don't have a choice to. So I will eventually.
Put you some songs out on for 99 cents now for $1.29. I got ringtones that say, "Hey girl, hey." Oh, they over there on Apple iTunes.
What they say?
Hey girl, hey. Your phone's ringing. Hey girl, hey girl. I know you hear me saying, "Hey girl, hey." Your phone ringing.
Yes.
Then I got a ringtone, a good morning alarm ringtone that says, "Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. It's time to get up."
I need that one.
It's time to get up. Don't you press that snooze button.
I need that.
Listen, they on iTunes. Well, I was $1.29. Now go over there and look that up. Craig the Writer Stewart.
Yes, and purchase it. I didn't have that mindset, nor did I have the people around me to push me to do those things.
I get that.
I was I was the tool, and they weren't utilizing me properly. And I would always feel like, dang, these niggas got a money maker in their hands. I wish somebody would actually help me and do something with me, you know. But I did. One of my drummers is on there now. But it was great. It was fun. But I was broke. So, I ended up having to get a regular job, and it was just a lot pursuing a music career and working a regular job. It was a lot. So I pulled back from the music because it wasn't going the way I needed to go at the time, and ended up here, and that's why I ended up starting a business that is,
which is your
financially lucrative.
And give them the name of the business again.
It's Rich's Luxury Cleaning Service.
Okay.
Yes.
And so how does one book you if you're in the Atlanta metro area?
If you're in the Atlanta metro
commercial
area,
businesses?
Yes, we do commercial businesses,
commercial cleaning,
residential cleanings, and
now I have a cleaning lady. So if y'all ask me why hasn't he cleaned your house, I have a cleaning lady already.
Yeah, Craig.
But
Maria, and the feed. Craig steal food with the Marias and the feed.
No. I do not have Maria. No, I told you the last cleaning lady.
Maria fucked up.
Her name was Lupe.
Yeah.
And she didn't really speak a lot of English, and she got locked outside the building. Yeah, she didn't know how to get back in.
Yeah, she was slow as hell.
No, but my cleaning lady she has special needs, but I like her.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful. But we're gonna get Rich's Luxury Cleaning Service up in here and give you what you need. Yes, but
so you have a cleaning business.
I have a cleaning business. You can find me on Instagram. We have a big presence on Instagram, which I didn't expect to get that many bookings off of Instagram. But people are really looking up hashtags for everything.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So that's why you need to go ahead and get you a little EP together and get you 3 singles.
Craig want me to do
and put over there on your Instagram. You got 15,000 people following you on Instagram. Listen, if 10% of those people, 10% of
Craig,
you
I made
single,
$1,000 in 1 week with my cleaning business, and $4,000, almost $5,000 in the first month. I ain't singing a tune right now. I'm gonna put this cleaning business.
I understand, but you can have that residual
But music
income.
is my dream.
You can have that residual
dream.
income coming in.
Yes.
That passive income.
Yes,
What y'all know about passive income?
We're releasing some candles in about 2 weeks.
Hey, Miss Mary.
They can book that in my sleep, Miss Mary. I love you, Miss Mary.
Hey, Marcus and Craig.
I love you, Miss Mary. That's Madison mom, y'all.
But you get that passive income going. So
Yes,
while you
yes.
over here cleaning and dust busting,
I'm releasing some candles.
So you can't. Beloved, I'm trying to help you, beloved.
I gotta stay focused, though, Craig. I gotta stay focused. I got to. I've
You're
invested too much time.
29. There are several things you can do. You can still record.
This summer, I did one of my clients. No, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna just let the cat out the bag. I do know a lot of celebrity artists here. I do know a lot of guys that are in the music industry that live here, and they're asking me, "So what? You don't sing no more?" And they're ready for me to come to the studio. One of my clients I just met the other day called the producer, and we were going to head to the studio that night. I'm not ready. Me personally, I'm not ready for that. This summer,
you're not ready for what?
I'm not ready to be recording, to do all of those things. I want to give 150% to this cleaning business because it has been good to me, and I know that in the long run, I plan on being a millionaire. And if I can't get close to it, then that's fine. But I'm gonna try my hardest. You know what I mean? I've invested a lot of money, a lot of time in it, and it works, and I love it, and I enjoy it.
So now you enjoy the cleaning.
I enjoy it.
So let me ask you this: what do you say to the people? Because I saw some of them shady comments that y'all put up.
What
here.
did they say?
They were like, "Oh no, he has a criminal background. I don't know if I'm gonna let him in my house and clean my place." What do you say to those people who?
That's fine.
That?
What I say to them is,
well, he wasn't stealing y'all shit.
I was stealing the white folks shit that had insurance on it to feed myself and my family. Damn right. I've never taken from a person. But what do I say to them? I say that I have over 20 clients in the city of Atlanta, and about 3 or 4 of them are millionaires that have very expensive things in their homes. What
now,
do
how
I
do
say
these
to
people
them?
find you?
I'm on Instagram under Riches Lux Cleaning. We're on Facebook under Riches Luxury Cleaning. All you got to do is Google it. I'm on Google. You can check the ratings out there. I post my testimonials on my pages and Facebook and Instagram, and the people love it. We come in, we clean, we're personable. I ask you, do you have any allergies, and what are the detailed areas that you really want us to focus on? And we come in, we're professional.
Now, what kind of cleaning products did you use? Because listen, I'm vegan, so I don't like a lot of chemicals and stuff.
I have 2 options. If you like Lysol
I'm
and all of that
pescatarian.
stuff,
I'm not vegan.
then I'll use those things in bleach. But I don't like to use bleach unless it's in your toilet bowl. I use eco-friendly things. I use eco-friendly cleaning products. Okay. So nothing is harmful or anything like that to your home and on your paint, your granite, your mirrors and stuff like that. We're legit, and I know what I'm doing. So
okay. So how did you get your experience cleaning? Like, how did you get into this?
I've been working in hospitality for 10 years. My first good job was at a hotel. I was making beds, so I know how to properly tuck a bed. I know how to create an environment that's conducive to relaxation, and that's the main thing with me. That's the real deep part of it. I like creating elements and vibes. Anybody that's ever been in my personal space can tell you, when I'm around this Negro, I'm like, oh my God, the ambiance, the fragrance, the sounds. I'm into all of that. So I have a niche and a joy for creating those type of environments for everyday people. And I like the reaction that they get when they say, oh my God, like, this is really therapeutic for me. My house smells amazing. It's so clean. Like, it feels like something has been lifted off. That for me is what brings me joy. So now, but here's my thing, because I'm a fan of Shark Tank. Some of you know the show Shark Tank. How would you scale your business? Because you can't be in everybody. How would you grow the business? Because you can't be in everybody's house. I can't be in everybody's house right now.
And so if you can't be in 2 or 3 places at one time, which is why I keep trying to tell you to get you some music press stuff. Because see, while you cleaning houses and stuff, you can have a good check coming through on iTunes. But how do you scale the business? Because there's a limit to what you can do. So if there's a limit to what you can do, because there are only a certain amount of hours in a day, that's a limit to how much you can make. So how do you scale the business? Do you franchise it?
Well, eventually I wouldn't mind. If the numbers are right, I would not mind franchising it. I do plan on having another location in Philadelphia because I don't plan on being in Atlanta forever. So probably within the next 2 to 3 years, I plan on going back up there, and I'm doing a cleaning tour.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I'm doing a cleaning tour in April, Craig.
Pause.
Craig is so messy, y'all.
Did you know he was talking about leaving him?
About it together.
Yes.
So you're moving to?
Yeah.
Yes.
To Philly?
I'm from New York. I'm from up north.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Craig. The people don't know
I'm
it.
talking to his boyfriend over here off camera.
The people don't know it, but I have a cleaning tour. I will be in Philadelphia, Jersey, and Delaware on April the 25th. And the purpose of that is not to make a lot of money, but to expand my business up that way. I'll also be in Birmingham, too. But the purpose of those cities are to expand my business, because eventually I do want to start a business up there. Now, there, I do have family and a lot of people that were willing to work for me and expand my business. Here, I'm sort of limited. I'm limited to like 4 people right now. I'm struggling. This Friday, I'm supposed to be cleaning for Jermaine Dupree, Monica, Brian Michael Cox, there, and the mayor. And I'm like, oh my God, I need some cleaning specialists.
So when you show up at my house to clean, hypothetically, you come to my house to clean, is it just you?
No, definitely not. It will not just be me. I can, but usually I'll have 2 people for a 3-bedroom, 2-bedroom.
Well, I have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath Shangri-La.
So, yeah, it's beautiful, guys. It's beautiful. But it'll more than likely it's 2 people. It's me and another person.
So one gets to the back of the place, one gets to the front, and you meet in the middle.
Yes. I don't put myself in harm's way like that, showing up to a person's house for the first time with just me by myself, because people overstep their boundaries. I just had somebody do that the other day. That kind of overstepped their boundaries, and I'm like, listen.
Are your people bonded?
Yes, we're bonded, we're insured, we're LLC, everything's paid up, and if something get broken, it will be bought again.
Now, let me ask you about this.
They will be taken care of and compensated.
We have some smokers in here. One of my followers, she's a smoker. Her walls are probably stained with cigarette stuff. Do you have anything for that?
We can deodorize that. We can deodorize it. Listen, I got you.
Okay.
And if we can't deodorize it with a spray, we'll scrub it down. Yeah, so we get on our hands and knees and we do baseboards, and we get into the low places and the high places that you don't want to. We offer what they call white glove services without the label. I don't put the white glove in it. I call it detail. But it's white glove service that we offer.
Okay. And so I was going to ask you something. Oh, how do we pay you? Do we pay you through Cash App, cash? Do you take checks?
For my business, listen, I tax. When you pay, I put tax on it because I'm taxing my business.
Oh, so I have to pay tax on my...
Yes, you gotta pay tax for your... Yes, unless I'm doing like one room or something. But if you paying $200, $300, $400, $500 for a cleaning, yes, it has to be taxed.
So you'll come in and clean just a room?
Yeah, I will come in and clean a room. Yes.
What about closet organization?
Yes, we do closet organization. Yes, we do everything. We will come... I have one client, Cliff Vermeer, that does hair. Cliff called me. He just won't, when he's not getting his house clean, because that's one of my very special clients, but when he's not getting his house clean, he just want me to come and take out the trash, pick up the trash and dispose it.
Really?
That's it. I have people like my friend Tokyo Bradshaw, who's a celebrity stylist. He just want his dishes washed whenever I'm in the city. Small stuff like that people, it's a... It's a luxury.
It is a luxury, and I love it. I want my place cleaned every 2 weeks.
It's a luxury. You know what I mean?
It's a what?
A luxury. It's a luxury. So if you can afford it, by all means, call us, because we are a full service. We do handiwork. We put up TVs on the wall.
JMC Cray.
That's one of my clients. That's Jason.
He's been commenting the whole time.
Jason. He said that is one of my clients.
He said you turned his house into a home.
Yes.
You organized his closet.
Yes.
He said you organized the fuck out of his closet.
He bought us Chick-fil-A. That was the first client that bought me breakfast. He bought my team breakfast.
Well, I'm trying to figure out when you gonna come here and whip up my place. Now I'm gonna need a nasty discount for all of this free publicity over here.
Listen, y'all. Craig I already gave him his nasty.
Do you have a website?
I do have a website.
What's your website?
www.richesluxurycleaning.com. I have everything listed on there. I have all of the discounts. I have all of our deals. I have all of our promotions. I have everything on there. If you guys want to check out what we have going on, we do have a lot of different promotions going on, because we're not just a cleaning service. We got a Super Bowl promo for party cleanup. We got the cleaning tour coming up. It's a lot going on. So,
do you organize garages? Someone asked.
We organize, baby. Listen, you name it, we do it. If you need a ceiling fan put up, Drew does all of the handiwork.
Well, listen, I got a bulb that's out in that chandelier.
Yes, and we will bring a ladder, and we will.
Well, now I don't need you to bring no ladder, but do you think you can do that for y'all leave here?
Yeah. We got you. We ain't in uniform, but yes, we will take care of you, because that's what we do. We go over and beyond for each client. Like each client, we go over and beyond for.
So Drew actually helps you.
Yes.
He comes in and helps clean.
Yes, he does. Now at first, Lord have mercy.
Actually,
yeah, he's gotten so much better. Drew is an official cleaning specialist.
This is awesome. I just think that it's great that you were able to turn adversity into a business. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times people get stuck. You know what I'm saying? They get stuck. They get caught, or their back is against the wall, and they just feel like because no one is giving them an opportunity that they don't really know what to do. So I think that it's great. Now, when you first started your business, when Mark first started his, when did you start this business?
We launched it in August.
When he first launched his business,
it was all talk. I didn't have.
It was all talk. He was worrying the shit out of me about putting him up on my live and on my Instagram and all this other stuff. I said, "Girl, you ain't even had your business 20 minutes. I cannot be endorsing you until I know that you are official.
Yes.
Because then I've been and told y'all about him, and then they went to try to hire you or something. And they be like, "Oh,
the phone cut off.
The phone cut off. He don't do the business no more.
We done stole the people's stuff. We done shut down the business and ran off with their money.
I don't need y'all calling me talking about, well, Craig, you had said that he was good. So, I just had to make sure.
That's why I referred him to Google. Go, I'm telling you, go on Google and read these reviews.
I'm going to need you to put your business over there on Groupon.
I will, but I tried it, but Groupon numbers ain't right for me. How much they take and how much they giving me ain't. Listen, I'm an entrepreneur for a reason. That's why I stopped working for the man.
But see, I'm going to need you to just do it for a moment to secure some customers. And see, I'd book you through Groupon.
The summer. I'll launch Groupon this summer.
I'm giving you all this wonderful advice, and you just don't even want to take none of it.
No, I will. I'm going to do it this summer. I will launch Groupon
okay, so this summer you're doing Groupon and you're doing the single? You're recording the single? I will do the single,
Craig. And you better be available when it's time for me to go to the studio. You're a writer, Craig. You write music. So
I've written for Brandy and Tweed.
Exactly.
Yes, I've never had a song on an album,
but you did it.
Absolutely. I write about that in my first book.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, you posted a video today.
What video?
Chrissy talking about
yes. She felt like I felt.
Come on out. Craig, come the fuck on out. You came through with this goddamn book. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't read no damn book and I don't know how long, but somehow Craig turned a ratchet bitch into a reader, bitch. Damn, my tongue real slippery. Bitch can't even talk, but bitch, I can read. Come on out. Anyway, by the time I got done with this damn book, bitch, I felt like I need to go sit on my back porch and smoke me a long cigarette while wearing a old nasty Caucasian damn witness protection wig, bitch. When I tell you he dropping 10 here, he talk about Tyler Perry, Brandy, bitch. Oh, girl, this book had my coochie on hard, had my coochie lips on blue, had me hot and moist like a KFC biscuit, bitch. Oh, Jesus, girl. By the time I got done, y'all, I felt like a boss, bitch. You made me want to go out and do things with my goddamn life, bitch. He talk about damn heartbreak, everything, girl. Come on now. I was on an emotional roller coaster, Craig. Come on now. Jesus.
Words Never Spoken, a memoir. Available on all e-readers, Amazon, and Audible.com. Visit www.craigthewriterstewart.com.
Chrissy was like, listen, child, I ain't read a book in I don't know how long. And I'm like, girl, I feel like I didn't. But listen, when you get this man book off audio, I'm telling y'all, it's no cap on it. I'm not exaggerating. I know I can be dramatic sometimes, but I swear to y'all on my life. And so, when you listen to this man book and you really get into it, it's everything. It's everything. I was on my flight and I didn't have no earphones and I didn't give a damn. They kept telling me, turn it down. I had this man phone. I had your Audible blasting live on the airplane because I was in the airport listening to it and I was that into I couldn't turn it off. I couldn't let it go.
You had all them white folks hearing me talking about fucking and carrying on.
And it was so interesting and so detailed, Craig. I was like,
very detailed.
I said, oh my God, Craig, I really know you.
So you know I know you. Good. I'm very detailed.
Yes, Craig. I know you better than I should, given the amount of time that we know each other. Like, I know your inside parts.
I don't know if I go that far.
No, y'all. I'm telling you. Listen, check the book out, though, y'all. It's
called Words Never Spoken.
It's very good.
And the sequel is called One Thing for Certain, Two Things for Sure. The third book is a book of quotes. So much to say.
Yeah.
Because you were calling me on FaceTime talking about, oh my God, like
yeah, every time I got through a chapter, y'all, I would be calling Craig like, Craig. And I would try to ask him, and he like, go back.
You weren't dating him.
Go back, finish the book. No, I wasn't.
So he hasn't heard it.
No, we can run it back. I don't mind reading it, listening to it again. I'll get him into it. I don't mind listening to it again.
But anyway, this is Marcus. Yes. His business is
Rich's Luxury Cleaning Service. We are serving all over Atlanta, Georgia. Detailed cleanings. We have great specials. Check me out on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Google. We're everywhere, you guys. Check us out and support us. I am 29 years old. I'm a young black entrepreneur here in Atlanta, making things happen and giving people great service. So check us out.
Thank you for listening to this podcast.
Yes.
We're here every single Monday for free at 10 a.m.
Yes.
Eastern Standard Time. We drop a brand new podcast.
Thank you for having me, Craig.
You are very welcome. You are very welcome. And please share this podcast with your friends, your family, your network. Is that your website right there? richesluxurycleaning.com?
Yes, that's it. Come on.
See, my people are on it. That's why,
HTTP//luxury clean.
that's why I open up and say, good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers.
Yes, beautiful people. Thank y'all.
So thank you for listening. Be safe. Keep loving yourself.